last week. We had a problem. Put it with feeling. Feeling, I say. All right. So it says we're not, but let's just check. It says we are. This is the thing. This is the thing here. All right, let's record this bad boy.
That voice, we all got used to
I know.
it over COVID, right?
I know. It's Wednesday, so that must mean it's Whiskey Wednesday. You gotta love Whiskey Wednesday. Who doesn't love Whiskey Wednesday? Kavork's wife doesn't like Whiskey Wednesday. I don't know why. It makes him leave.
Yeah, right.
He's not at home bugging her. I don't understand why she doesn't like it. All right, everybody. We got a really great Whiskey Wednesday for you because lock and key favorite Josh Hatton is here with us tonight. And of course, if Josh is here, we're going to be talking Single Cask Nation. And lo and behold, that's what we have for whiskeys.
Ta-da.
It was pretty. I was getting a little worried. I will not lie to you.
All right.
Because I wanted to make sure we had enough Single Cask Nation because these things sell out very fast.
Yes. Yeah.
There are limited amounts of these things. When they come in, you grab them. When they're gone, guess what's great about whiskey? There's always more whiskey.
Exactly.
So the lineup we ended up with tonight is, I think, really good. But even these that we have tonight are some of the last ofs.
Correct.
That are available.
Yeah, just straggling cases, one here, one there. So, yeah.
And the good part about what Josh does is that these are basically independent bottlers. We just had Nora and Adam on from Lost Lantern.
Yeah, nice.
And which is doing sort of like the same. I know you do some American whiskey, but primarily you're doing more scotches and stuff like that. They're really starting to really do stuff like that for the American market and the American distillers. What you guys have been doing for, Scottish distilleries for, I don't know how many years. How many years now?
14. Yeah.
14 years.
Yeah, this February will be 15 years. So,
you know what's so funny is we act like that's a long time, but for an independent bottler out of Scotland, that's super young.
We're babes.
Some of them I think started before the American Revolution. That's how far back they go. Anyways, but we got some great whiskeys, and some of the distilleries that you got tonight are really good too. So, before we actually start, everybody's ready to drink whiskey, so I just did it. But tell us how you guys just briefly tell us how you guys sort of started and what the philosophy is behind Single Cask Nation.
Yeah, the start is really simple. We were bloggers. We were bloggers in the early aughts. Do we say aughts?
I think we do, and I think we say plug nickel too.
Oh,
or plug nickel. I remember when you could buy a whole loaf of bread for.
I think we ought to say aughts.
Aughts. I like aughts.
Yeah. So we were bloggers in the early aughts at the time when there weren't many whiskey bloggers, and we found that on any given day there was about 1,500 to 2,000 people coming to our blog, wanting to know what we thought about other people's whiskeys to make a buying decision.
Okay.
And
that's so subjective. That's a hard thing to do.
Is.
You can give your opinion, but to translate, you can, here's the thing is you can tell them if it's good or bad, but what you taste and what I taste may be two completely different things.
But I think it's a perfect translation, right? Because if they're coming back to our blog, that means their palate is lining up with our palate, right?
Yep.
And so the idea was, why don't we just bottle the stuff that we fall in love with, and maybe they'll buy that.
Okay.
And that was the impetus.
Okay.
And so Jason and I barely knew each other. We knew each other for about 6 months before I said, "Hey, I've got this idea. Do you want to join? Do you want to start this company with me?"
All right.
And because we were bloggers, we had contacts with importers, distributors, distilleries, right? So we had little bits and bobs to sort of put this idea together, and we had all the confidence of middle-aged white men to
of course
make this happen. And after 18 months of due diligence, figuring out the U.S. legal 3-tier system, getting it here, by the end of 2012, we actually had liquid and bottle. We had the world's first, and I think only independently bottled Kilhoman with the Kilhoman name right on it.
Because they were relatively young at the time too.
Yep.
They
And
just
then
started.
after that, they haven't sold Kilhoman and allowed people to put the Kilhoman
Oh
name
yeah.
on it. And Aaron, and then a peated Ben Riach. And that was year one. Year two, we had 6 casks. Year three, we had 12 casks, right? And
So on and so forth.
yeah,
And they told two friends, and then they told two friends,
yeah,
and so on
exactly.
and so
Yeah,
on.
yep, yep,
I mean, it's not much different than doing a blog. I mean, it's really like, coming out with something that people are going to want to go try,
yeah. But
and to
but
telling people, giving people the information too.
but the start of it is continues to be where it is now. We want to bottle what we would drink of a night. We
Okay.
want to bottle what we would be proud to share with friends, with loved ones, right? That's just what we do. And if we don't love it, we don't bottle it.
Have you found that you've gotten access to more whiskeys than when you started? I mean, has your like sort of reputation helped you?
A, reputation has helped, but B, in the beginning of 2024, we were acquired by Artisanal Spirits Company,
Okay.
the parent company to Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. So
All
now
right.
we're sister brands to Scotch Malt Whiskey
Okay.
Society. And with that came access to about 18,000 casks of whiskey. So we got a lot of juice. We got a lot of liquid, so many distilleries, Scotch, bourbon, rye,
How does
you
that
name it.
happen? That's like, but that is also, even though it's a lot of stuff, that's going to be like two siblings fighting over, you know,
Yeah,
these things, or do they just go different directions than you
totally
guys go?
different directions. A, there's so much liquid, there's no
Right.
chance of fighting. B, we found that their palate is totally different than our palate. Like we get to see the stuff that they've said no to. And then we've tasted some of that and we've actually said yes to a couple casks that they've said no to, right? So,
I got to tell you that this happens all the time, and Randall and I talk about this a lot too. Is that we've picked stuff people have walked over,
yeah.
and usually it's sometimes it's not even stuff that they've tasted. It's just didn't hit the Moneyball look they were sort of searching for.
Mm,
It wasn't the right age. It wasn't the right pedigree. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. So they discard it
hmm
rather than letting the whiskey speak. And and we've gotten like barrels that somebody just like totally walked over and
Yeah.
tried it and go, oh my God, like why is this still sitting here?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no right for it to still be sitting here.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and that's one of the great things about that. There's a butt for every seat.
Yeah.
But you do want to always do quality.
And it's not to say what they're bottling is bad. It's
It's
just to
just
say
different.
that their palate is different.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
simple as that.
Yeah, they stepped over it to get something else that they were looking for. They weren't looking
Exactly.
for what I'm looking for or what you're looking for.
Exactly.
All right, so let's before I give them any, they probably drank it all, but anyways, let's start. Let's start. You guys, you picked the lineup for tonight.
I did.
So let's start with in slot number one is I believe a liquid.
It is. Yeah. Let me grab the bottle to
Grab the
remind
bottle. So
myself.
yeah,
We're at the point where we're bottling about 95 casks of whiskey a year for we don't just bottle for the US. We're in a lot of markets. So I need to grab bottles to remind myself what the hell we bottled.
it's
Yeah.
better than notes.
So yeah, 12 years old, all 12 years in first fill bourbon. And sometimes we bottle casks to sort of show people a left-hand turn,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
How to show people a side of a distillery that the distillery doesn't show you.
correct.
And then sometimes we like to show a shining example of what a distillery does best. And really, the easiest way to do that is that distillery's spirit and first fill bourbon. And 12 years old is such a classic age
Right.
statement, right? Like that's such a sweet spot for Scotch whiskey. So that's what this is. Big, buttery, fruity, classic, like backbone to Johnny Walker. When you taste this, when you smell this, you could see why they use it for as a backbone.
And
for
the other part of that too is you're also bottling some things that the only way to get that distillery's expression is through independent bottlers. In other words, Linkwood doesn't really make it to the U.S. as a single cask, single malt.
Yeah, it's only like you would see a Linkwood label and it looks like a distillery label, but that's Gordon MacPhail's
Right,
label, an
right,
independent bottler,
right,
right?
exactly.
Oh, hot damn, that's good.
What I like about what you guys do too as independent bottlers, and I think this is really important too, is I love the informational that I get off the label. It's being transparent in what you're doing, but it's also giving me all the sort of information that I would sort of need
Hmm.
other than tasting the whiskey itself.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and like what we do try to do here is we try to have bottles open of products so that you can taste it, but sometimes you can't. So it's good to see like this, and I even like your tasting notes on the side,
Yeah.
which are really cool, and it's done in like dots.
We call that a flavometer.
A flavometer. Yeah, it's a good fancy word for something that's dots,
But it's
which is really good. It
perfect.
gives you an idea. It gives you an idea of what you're looking at.
But your point before about us bottling from distilleries that don't have their own
Mm-hmm.
label, people may know Single Cask Nation, but they may not know the distillery.
Correct.
So then you have this label that says, okay, you've got 8 tasting points:
That's
floral,
beautiful.
sweet, rich, nutty, spicy, earthy, smoky, oaky on a 1 to 10 point scale. So you get an understanding of where those flavors may lie. So
That's right.
yes, I know I like Single Cask Nation, or I've heard they're good. I know I don't like smoky. I don't want that to be up in 8 dots, right? I want that
That's
to be
right.
1 dot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Or in some cases, there's a couple people out here, no dots.
well, 1 dot is 0.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 is 0.
Oh, it's that
Yeah.
new math.
It's the
I
new
didn't
math.
know. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
right?
I didn't know you were
It's,
using new math.
what is that? The new core? What do they
Yeah,
call it?
core math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai math?
Cobra Kai math. Sweep the
Sweep
knee.
the leg. Sweep
Sweep
the
the
leg.
legs. Yeah.
Sweep the leg. Yeah.
Um, what do you guys think of this one? It's a very, very good. If you have never had liquid, this is a very good example of liquid. And I think I think that's what you were going for.
was
It's a
the aim.
really good example of
That was
liquid.
the aim. It was the idea of like, please fall in love with this distillery like we fell in love with this
Right.
distillery.
What's the ABV on this one?
It's 50, 61.2.
50, 61.2.
50, 61.2.
61.2.
But you know what I wanted to mention? As we taste through these, I hope you'll all focus on the texture of the spirit, because that's the one thing that we focus on as we select casks.
Yeah.
Is it should have a richness of texture. It should be oily, should be viscous. Because if it's 61.2, if that's thin, it's going to strip your tongue.
And
Right?
yeah, the alcohol will sort of almost like overtake.
Yeah,
That's all you taste is
exactly.
alcohol,
Yeah, yeah,
especially at 60,
exactly.
over 60.
Yeah, yeah,
You guys like this one? Yes? No? Maybe. Who's had it? Is anybody, just out of curiosity, how many people have had Linkwood before? Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. I should have probably said who has not had Linkwood. Probably be less hands. All right. So what do you guys think? Not having Linkwood. Do you like this? Is this now something that you would sort of look for and sort of see if you could find another Linkwood? Because that's part of this too, is that especially stuff that's not readily available or not even bottled as a single malt. This is used for blends, as you said, and Johnny Walker is the primary example of what this would be used for. You don't see them that often. So now all of a sudden, when you see it, you've tasted it, you get an idea of what it's supposed to be like. And I will say this again, that's a very good example of Linkwood.
Cheers.
So-
Appreciate that.
If you like that, you'll like classic Linkwood. No problem.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. What do we got?
We have got, I think this is our Loch Lomond. So Loch Lomond's a really interesting distillery in that they have 3 different still types
Mm-hmm.
and 14 different spirit types that they produce. They use 2 or 3 different yeasts, a few different malts. Like
I always say is like I always say when people say that is they're like the jack of all trades. You want something, they got it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
almost too much. It almost goes to that point where it's like they're like you got to really read the label when you get one. Like even the main distillery label, you got to really read the label because you're not sure which type you're getting because there's also different brands that are produced under the label.
Correct. And
Of a
so
Loch Lomond label.
And so with this one, again, back to your point about transparency, it says Loch Lomond, but under it, it tells you the exact spirit type. This is their Inchmurn spirit.
Yeah.
So this is their unpeated spirit put through their copper pot stills rather than their Lomond stills. And it's sort of a higher cut that they take on it. So you get these sort of brighter, sort of citrusy qualities coming through. This was 11 years in bourbon, and then the final 3 years was in a second fill toasted oak barrique. So somewhere that a barrique is sort of like somewhere in between a barrel and a hogshead in size.
In size,
Yeah.
size wise. Now, is this being done at your facility now?
So we will
The
have
secondary,
received, yeah, we will have received that in bourbon and re-racked it in that cask.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you're going through and tasting these, you're sort of making that decision. I would like to do something with this.
Full disclosure, we didn't make the decision in
Okay.
that case,
Yeah.
but we make all of those decisions now.
Okay.
Yeah, when we're selecting.
Well, you just went through and
do
at
that
this
now.
point it had already been in there and you just
Correct.
trace and go, we want that one.
Correct.
But
yeah.
as stuff comes up in the future, you sort of make the call.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Anybody else have any questions? Yes. 14 different spirit types.
No,
What do you mean by that?
14 different spirit types, right? So you've got 3 different stills, your copper pot stills, your Loman stills, and your column stills. And then you've got different peating levels on their single malt. And then you've got different yeast types that they're going to use. They'll use a wine yeast, they'll use a distiller's yeast, right? And then they'll change up their cut levels as well. And so across those different iterations, they create 14 different spirit types. Some of that is used internally. They have their own different bottlings that they do. They do their Inchmarin and they do their
Do they do
Inchmoon and so on.
do they do a blended scotch?
They do their own blend.
Blended, yeah.
Yeah, right.
They do their own blended scotch with all the stuff from them. So I mean, that does sort of cut down on having to worry about who's supplying me, especially if it's a different distillery. So by doing this, they can do a lot of the stuff in house and create their own blend.
This is like cutting a grapefruit in half and just putting the sugar all in it and then just scooping out the little grapefruit wedges.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I get a little bit more of like it's almost a little waxiness on the finish on that too. Really nice.
Cheers. And then it was
The toasted barrique.
It was new cooperage, but this was the second time it was used to mature Scotch whiskey. So there's no wine in it previously. Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. What do you guys think of that? Like
cheers.
that one?
Cheers.
Yeah. A lot of nodding heads. Like that. Good. Breakfast.
Yeah, it tastes like breakfast. I love that.
Well, you know what they say, can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
Gosh.
So
I want a Hobbit to say it tastes like second breakfast.
second. Have you seen this thing? Okay, so my wife has got this thing on Instagram, and they cook like the whole thing is about cooking like a Hobbit, and they have different recipes so that you could make like a Hobbit meal. Have you seen this?
No.
My wife is like, this is what we're doing this winter. And she's showing me this thing of like, yes, can I have, is that secondies?
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, I'm going to weigh about 500 pounds by the time she's done, but I'll enjoy every minute I get of it.
I'm with you. Share that with me, please.
Yeah. And there's some vegetarian ones in there too, which was really cool.
Yeah,
those are really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Which is good because that's the potatoes and all the vegetables. They grow big gardens.
Potatoes. Boil, mash them.
Mash them. Yeah. Yep. All right. Before we get
ABV. Sorry, the question.
Oh yeah,
ABV 54.3.
All right. Next one. My favorite.
Oh, Fettercairn. Yeah, this is a Massachusetts exclusive.
Yep.
And you sold the heck.
Oh, we bought a lot of this one. We've been partial to Fettercairn. I just love the thing. So, and actually, you sort of picked this one because of a barrel we had picked previously. Yeah. We did Boba Fettercairn. Was the name of it? And of course, Josh loved that we called it that, and it was really good. It was really good whiskey, by the way. And I think when he saw this, he's like, "Oh, I have to get this one." So, when you tasted it.
So here's the thing. I never. Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Shit. Um.
Well, not now. They just kicked us off. You're swearing. No, just teasing.
I never enjoyed a Fettercairn before tasting your boba
Fettercairn.
Fettercairn. And it was your boba Fettercairn that told us to look for casks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, there are casks of Fettercairn that actually fit our flavor, that
Right.
fit our palate. And so then we actually found two casks. We're going to bottle another one for next year.
Oh, great.
But so it was that said, okay, right? It was your cask that like gave us the courage to look for some more. And then we found this one. And this, oh, gosh, I looked at the label and I said, oh, that's the cask. And then I forgot the cask, right? So this 11 years old and then the final 2 years in New Charred Oak. And the reason why we selected this one, so this was two parts.
First of all, the color on it's like freaking amazing.
Yeah. So two parts. A, drinking your Boba Fett or Karen. And then
Right.
B, back to Jason and I being bloggers, we were given a sample from the Weems malts. Do you remember that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
We've had the Weems here.
So do you remember they did a 29-year-old Inchgower that was called Indian Spice Bazaar?
Yes.
And I remember getting the sample of that, and it smelled like an Indian Spice Bazaar. And that's what this reminded me of. I just got garam masala and cumin and all of these notes. And then the oak spice kicked in, and then fruits kicked in. And it was just, it built upon my memory of Indian Spice Bazaar.
You know, it was funny because when you brought this to me, you were almost, it seemed like you were almost hesitant because you're like, I found this whiskey. I really want you to try it because I got it because of Boba Fett and I wanted you to try it. And then I think you were sort of like, am I going to like it? And I was like, oh man, this is so damn good.
Well, I trust
Because
your
this is a
palate.
bigger.
Sometimes, like I have imposter syndrome sometime around you. So. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Not this longer than me.
That's weird. I'm just a big idiot that likes whiskey.
You said it, not me.
Yeah. My wife will agree with you. But the finish on that is just spectacular. I really love the finish on that.
Yeah,
It's just a long, it just keeps on going.
Mm.
And the spices in that are just amazing to me. Like I said, that always that carries through.
Yeah, it seems almost smokier after the Inchmarin.
Yeah, that's why I usually
Right.
trust my second sip rather than my first sip.
Yeah.
And actually, if you guys all have water out there, if you add a couple of drops of water, what's the ABV on this one? I forgot.
It is 59.7%.
Which doesn't even taste close to that, right? It doesn't even taste close to that. But add a drop of water to this and watch the explosion of flavors that start popping on this thing. Yeah, it's insane. It's great. It's great just straight like it is, but you add those couple of drops of water and all of a sudden it blossoms. Yes. I don't know if there's a hard and fast rule for peating on Fettercairn.
I honestly do not know the answer.
That's why I'm moving straight up with you. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't get okay. I'm going to point this out because we're sort of geeking out on it. We don't get a lot of it. Period. I don't care, independent bottler, anything. There's not a lot of Fettercairn out there that you can grab.
No.
It's mostly used for blends.
Yeah, it's mostly in White and Mackay.
Yeah,
right?
White and Mackay.
Oh, that is nice with water, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just looking at whiskey concentrate. I actually get a little bit more than the bottles because they had a little water to it. And there's nothing wrong with adding water to it. So, don't be shy, especially when you start getting up to like 120 proof or damn close to it. There's plenty. And the other part of this too is in this particular whiskey, it's so flavorful that you're not going to kill it.
Right.
You're not going to kill it.
Right.
I'm sorry. You could put this on an ice cube if it was a hot day. You could put this on an ice cube. It's not going to kill it.
You used the ice cube word?
The ice cube, yeah.
Man.
I am not afraid. I am not afraid to tell people that, like, look, drink your whiskey however you want. I am not going to judge how you drink your whiskey. I know people that know way more about whiskey than I will ever know that put water, that do ice cubes, that do glasses of ice. I've seen it all. And, I just one of those type of things is what does it taste like when you do it? Are you ruining it? Okay. If I put like, half Coca-Cola in this, it would ruin it. I said, if you drink it that way, that's fine, but then you could have used something else. You could have used something else. You didn't have to do something that was this like big and flavorful.
Correct.
But other than that, I mean, if it's enhancing it, like putting a couple drops of water in it,
Oh,
don't just, here's my only caveat on that. Please don't use like tap water. Use a good water. We use Icelandic here at the store, which is great water, nice and clean tasting water. Good pH balance and stuff like that. Don't use like Worcester water, like Westro water. When I used to wrestle in Worcester, I think I've told this story. When I used to wrestle in Worcester, we used to talk about all the protein that the Worcester water had in it. Because it actually had like these like
protein.
Yeah, they had like these little like almost like shrimp type things that were in the water at the time. No, the Lotus and Polar Orange don't come from there. Stop it.
Is that where sea monkeys came from?
Perhaps, perhaps. And like we're not like listen, we're in New England. We're not afraid of like like floaty things in our water or in our soda. Yes, sir. Yeah. See, they were more excited about the Icelandic water than whatever free whiskey he was giving them. So, please just add a couple of drops of water in it. But like I said again, is like if you use a really good ice cube and stuff like that on this, you cannot kill this. Some light whiskeys, I think you would kill if you added, you put a lot of ice. You do it. Something like this, you're not going to.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I love this. I'm just going to point out there's very little of this left. There's maybe 2 cases left.
Fettercairn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not a lot of this left.
So fill your boots.
Fill your boots.
Yep.
Okay. Fill your boots.
Checks out.
I know a couple of people that have. I can see a couple of people in this room that have bought more than one. Yes, I'm looking at you.
Thank you. My wife and kids.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. He's got kids in college. Keep buying it.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So we're up to number 4.
Number 4.
All right. What do we got for number 4?
Oh, look at that. Rude 4 rhymes with number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rude 4. So yeah, like if you don't know Scots Gaelic,
Rude 4.
RUADH, Rude. MHOR, Vor, right? Totally makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
Right?
You know my theory, right?
What's your
that no one actually knows how to pronounce any of this stuff. And they make it up and they tell you how it pronounces. Then when you drink, they keep changing the pronunciation. You ever drunk with a Scottishman? They'll tell you, oh no, this is what this is. And then like halfway through, you're like, oh, give me some more of that. And I said, that's not what you said last time. That's not the way you pronounced it. And he goes, I sure did. I go, no, you didn't. At least it's all one big joke, isn't it?
So this one's going to be super fun. Yeah. So Rude Vor, we can't put the distillery name on the label, but the distiller, this is basically peated whiskey from the Glenturret distillery, who, by the way, has stopped peated production. They stopped it last year, if I'm not mistaken. This one is 14 years, all 14 years in. What kind of cask do you think this was in, looking at the color? Sherry. Okay. What else? Anybody else?
That could be a red wine cask.
Red wine. This is refill bourbon.
Really?
Yeah. Third use cask.
You didn't char it, did you? Did you char it again? Did you scrape it, char it?
That's what the paperwork says.
Yeah, somebody's lying to you.
Yeah. Rude Vor is a really strange one. I always think of Rude Vor as sort of the Caroni or Caroni, however you pronounce it, the Caroni rum of whiskey because sometimes it's super pretty and fruity, yet peated. And then sometimes it is funky and rubbery like this. And that's what this is. It's got that like really funky kind of quality to it.
There's a phenol in there,
Yeah,
definitely, that
yeah.
goes past just the peat.
Yeah, this is like fetishist whiskey right here.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, don't get kinky on us. I mean, Glen Turret is. We've actually done some single bottlings, single casks of Glen Turret too, from like a couple. We did one from uh, Douglas Lang.
Okay.
We've done Glen Turret. I love Glen Turret.
If you will, like give it a little swirl and then look at the oils in the little cup here.
It is. You can feel it on your tongue. It's definitely viscous.
So viscous. It's so rich and oily. What are our tasting notes on here say?
It's got a little bit of that. It's got a little bit of that chloroseptic going on.
So we have three. We always put 3 to 4 words. So we've got our flavometer on here, patent pending, by the way, on the side here, and then we put 3 to 4 tasting notes just to guide you. It says pungent, oily, and smoked malt. There you go.
You should just say not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart. Yeah. This one definitely divides the room.
Yeah, if you're not into peat, it may be a little bit different. I think it's really good. I think I think it's very well balanced for a peated whiskey, by the way.
I think that this is gorgeous. I think it has this sweetness that balances out that sort of.
You can't see it. If you put that on, yes. If you put that on a white piece of paper, I just noticed it. And I put it on a white piece of paper just to make sure. There is a greenish tint to this thing.
Oh.
Here. Put on the back of that. Just put that on the back of that. There is like a greenish.
Oh, wow.
Like a greenish tint to that. So remember maybe my chloroseptic wasn't too far off.
Yeah.
Right? The green. Yeah, it's always, by the way, when I say chloroseptic, it's always the green one. The cherry thing was stupid. The cherry for the kids that couldn't handle it.
He used to love the red one.
Yeah, you couldn't handle it. I get it. The green one's the one that worked. So it would be like chloroseptic, soup, and The Price is Right. You were homesick.
So we got 149 bottles out of this cask, 53.6% alcohol in this one.
Really nice. I think it's done really well.
Yeah, cheers.
If you don't like peat, though, you're not going to like it. Wine cask. You thought it was a wine cask.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay.
That was my guess on the color, but I was wrong. Yes.
Oh, no, I see what it is. Yeah, peated Glen Turret. Yep.
You got it. We had some peated Glen Turret from the distillery upstairs. I don't know if it's still there or not. John, do you remember the Glen Turret? Do we still have some peated? There's some 7 peated. Yeah, we still have some of it.
Okay.
But when it's gone, I think it's gone.
Yeah, when it's exactly. Yeah,
when it's
they stopped all
gone.
production.
So.
Yeah.
You were looking up Fisherman's Friend? No, it's not Fisherman's Friend. Although almost as disgusting. Listerine? No, it's not Listerine. There is a tariff. There'll be a new tariff coming in. Joshua and I have been actually discussing that.
So it's been in place. It's 10%. But what I can tell you is between our company and Impacts Beverages, who is our importer, we're absorbing that tariff. It will not be passed on to you guys at all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna take theirs will show up sooner. If they were going to do it, it would show up sooner. Only because of the nature of your business.
Mhm.
It's not like you can't like some of the companies loaded in whiskey before tariff situation. They can't because they're doing one-offs.
Yeah.
Can't really lay something in that you haven't even bottled yet.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So all right.
So you didn't ask the question out. Do you mind if I ask it?
Sure.
By show of hands, who didn't like this whiskey?
Did
One,
not like it.
two, only 3 people. Four. Okay. So this is good. Usually I say, okay,
Well,
you loved it. Okay, who else loved this whiskey?
love this whiskey. You're sick,
Okay.
sick
Yes,
people.
no.
No, just teasing.
Yes. There we go.
But I got to tell you, and this crowd is a little bit different, and I'll tell you why this crowd's different.
Yeah.
Is that they cannot like something but appreciate the quality of it. There's a difference. There's things that I don't like that I know are good. They're good examples of it.
Yeah.
Everything is there. It's just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Rather than somebody saying I don't like it because it just doesn't taste good, and there's reasons why it doesn't taste
Well,
good.
this gentleman had another note, and then there was a question here.
Sure, go ahead. Large pencil erasers. These are all really good notes.
That's great. Yes.
You should be taking notes on this to put it on your next thing.
Oh, I'm
large
filing that away for later.
pencil erasers. But it smelled like an old library, which is another step up.
I like that. I like that. The Dewey Decimal System.
Listen, don't bring Dewey into this. Yeah, the one with the big eraser, large pencil eraser. I think everybody online's going like, "Oh, I want some of that. Can I get 2 of those?" So, but because you guys didn't do what you're supposed to do, and say a large pencil eraser, but in a good way.
In a good way.
But in a good way. You find it like sometimes we'll make descriptions, and then people are like, "Really?" Like Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Freshly opened Band-Aids, but in a good way. That's what I'm looking for.
My favorite note that Jason throws out there every once in a while that we will never write down is clean urinal cakes.
I didn't want to say anything, but that says a lot about Jason.
You and me both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Urinal cakes. All right.
How does he know this?
Spends a lot of time in men's bathrooms. Here we go. All right.
Don't start rumors. You bastard. All right. I didn't forget where are we even on?
We just finished the Rude Vor. We're on to the Kalila.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. All right. We're on 5.
Oh, sorry. There was a question here. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm
Age
sorry.
limit on that?
14 years old.
14.
Yep.
All right. So we're on number
Thank
5.
Thank you. Yeah. Number 5.
Why don't we have 6?
Because there's a secret.
Oh, there's a secret one. Oh, all right.
Right.
All right. Good. I like that. All right. So number 5. Number 5 is Kalila.
5 is a 15-year-old Kalila, all 15 years. So here we go. This is great. Refill bourbon and refill bourbon.
This just shows you, though, sometimes like don't always go by the color of the whiskey
exactly.
to make your determination.
So this is Kalila, 15 years old, refill bourbon. And there is a very, very specific reason.
Wow.
Isn't this delicious?
This is very good. If you like Kalila, which I do.
The reason that we bottled this one, and here's the thing, right? Like any independent bottler, you're always going to find Kalila. There is simply a lot of Kalila around.
It's a big distillery. They produce a lot.
7 million liters, right?
But you would never know it because we don't have any here in the United States right now. It's really getting hard to get.
Oh, well.
From the distillery, which is why independent bottlers, we actually have one of our own barrels of Kalila.
Do you?
And then we have this one. Yeah, because It's been for like the last 9 months. It's been very difficult to get. We've gotten like maybe one case in the last 9 months.
Your own from Kalila or another bottler?
We did it with Signatory.
Okay. Bourbon or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, bourbon,
Okay.
ex-bourbon.
Do you have a bottle I could take?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
Sure do.
So
And it's a really good one, and I won't buy. And here's the. I'm going to tell you the difference between you and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Go ahead.
It's in a good way. So like, and I'm not disparaging Signatory, but Signatory has one of those type of things that if I'm to buy something from Signatory, I have to taste it because I've had some unbelievable stuff from them and some stuff that's very questionable as far as quality go. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. All right. There are other people I know I'm always going to get quality. So I don't have to taste your whiskey to just go, oh yeah, just send me that. I'll taste it later.
Wow.
But just send it to me. I want the single cast nation one because I already know the answer is I may not personally like it. That's not how I buy anyways. Is it good quality? Yes.
Yeah.
Has it been vetted? Yes. So I know I'm going to get something that's really good. And there's a few people like that out there. I wish there was more of them, but that's one of the type of things I already know the answer,
Yeah.
and I'm not afraid to buy it.
That means
And
a
it's
lot.
the other
Thank
ones
you.
don't. So
Yeah, thank you. I
no,
appreciate
you're welcome.
that.
No, thank you. This makes my job easier.
The reason why we selected this one is
Because it's delicious.
it's delicious, but with Kalila, especially refill bourbon, right? The liquid is always solid. It's always solid. You have there's this internal joke with independent bottlers. If you bottle a bad Kalila, you're meant to turn in your keys, shut your door, just close your business. You are done, right? So there's always good Kalila. There's no doubt about it. But with Kalila, sometimes you've got one that's really citrusy. Sometimes it's really coastal. Sometimes you get this like beautiful sort of like white chocolate fattiness. Sometimes there's a lot of oak spice, but it's usually leaning this way or that way or this way. This one just simply had all of that in one. And it's rare to get all of those things in one. And that's what we found with this. It just ticked all of the Kalila boxes that we wanted it to tick. And it just absolutely rocked our worlds.
It's beautiful expression.
Cheers.
It's really good. Did anybody here like a sort of a Kalila fan? Yeah. Yeah. Quite a few. You're not as voracious or ferocious as a Ardbeg or Lagavulin people, but Kalila people are just solid. They just like it's good, and it's one of those type of things that like quality. It's a quality sort of, and they perform time after time after time.
Have you ever seen the sticker the sticker that says employees must wash their hands before returning? There's a sticker that says employees must carve Ardbeg into their arm before returning to work. That's one of my favorite stickers. Anyway, sorry, you had a cheers.
Yeah, that's an oiliness to it, a viscosity to it.
Right back.
The word I was
what
looking
we
for was
look
voracious.
right?
I don't know what I was trying to
Oh, it
find
is
there.
voracious. But
Good.
no, it's again, it's back to what we look for with every single cask. The texture, it has to have that
Yeah.
viscosity, veracity.
No. No, there's butter. There's definitely not only is there like that salted butter, there's a creaminess too. I like it. I'm not getting rid of that one. I'll tell you that. That's really good. That's really good. I like that. Very good. All right. Now you gotta let us know. You gotta let us in on the secret. What's the sixth one? Because I got another whiskey on my tray.
Hey, I've got two left feet though. What do I do?
Yeah.
So this is, it's funny. This is our newest packaging. which is actually going away because we're going to have even newer packaging.
I don't drink packaging. Don't care.
I'm telling a story though.
All right, go
Ryan.
ahead. Tell your story. I shouldn't have interrupted you.
So this is our oldest packaging. This is a bottle. This is a whiskey we bottled 10 years ago last month. This was back when we were the Jewish whiskey company. Single Cask Nation was still the label, but our company was Jewish Whiskey Company. And this was a 10-year-old Tobermory, and we were scared to put Lechig on there because we thought Lechig was like their word and we couldn't use Lechig. So we just said, oh, we'll call it a Tobermory. But this is actually Lechig. So this is 10-year-old Lechig from a refill ex-bourbon hogshead. Cask number 10, 56.7% alcohol.
But the Lechig is peated, right?
Peated
Right.
Tobermory.
Tobermory, right?
Yeah. And this was before we had our flavometer. So all we had were sort of tasting notes on the front of the label. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to pass judgment until I drink the whiskey.
But yeah, I was doing a little clean out in my basement, and this just happened to be around. I said, oh, that'll be a fun little treat to bring. So here we are.
You guys get to try another whiskey. What I love about this one is that this exemplifies, especially at 10 years old, what I like to call the sweet peat. You get that peatiness, but it hasn't gotten that earthy sort of quality to it. It actually has a sweetness that goes along with it. Can smoke be sweet? Yes. Taste it. It's right there. And it's got a little bit of salinic feel to it also, which is nice.
That's like smoked confectioner sugar. We bottled an Ardmore a few years back for a shop in New York.
Mhm.
And it was an Ardmore matured in an ex-Lefroy cask. And the shop wanted their own tasting note on there. And their note was weaponized confectioner's sugar.
Nice.
I loved that note.
With urinal cakes. No, just kidding. New urinal cakes. Yes. Old ones would be old ones would be gross. New ones are fine.
The new ones are great.
Yeah.
But in
a good way. All right. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, you can't get this one, so enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
These are all gone.
This is just my bottle that I didn't know I had. So
there you go. It's always good when you find a surprise. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do something. We're going to do something cool afterwards. I think you got it. You can actually start handing that out, but we're going to talk about that. We go. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Joshua for coming in today and doing this for us today.
thank you.
This is why he's always welcome back. He brings good whiskey with him. Anybody on Facebook, thanks for joining us. Of course, you can get It's the Liquor Talk and wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. So get that out. It was great, but you should have been here because it was awesome. Let me get rid of that.